Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to walk you through PM2, that is a powerful process manager for applications like Node.js, or you can say Fast API. So what exactly is PM2? So I've written also a blog here, you can find everything here. But what exactly is PM2? So I will say it is a tool that lets you run your application in the background. That means even if you close your terminal or you log out of server or system, PM2 will keep running your application in the background. So I can say it is a very super helpful. If you have an application running on a specific port, PM2 will keep it alive and make it sure that it restarts automatically when it is crashed due to any region. That is the main benefit of the PM2. Apart from this, PM2 comes with the bunch of commands. So you can see here the install, the start, monitor. So it has a lot of commands which is very useful managing your application. So I will be covering all these commands, all these things in this video, and you will find everything here and complete list of commands. And if you are more of a reader, I have written this complete blog on this particular topic, and you will find everything here and all the list of commands. Okay, so let's move on the practical. I'll show you how to use PM2 in Windows, how to use all these commands. And for this we need two Node.js application on a different port, so I can show you the proper. Let me create Node.js application in order to understand PM2 better. So what I do here, I will not use this terminal. I will use the default power cell terminal of the Windows. So what I do here, just I have a Node.js folder. You can do as per your structure, and I will create here. What can I do? I can create here PM2 folder, and here I will create the one folder is PM2_1, the one application of Node.js, and this will be second PM2_2. Okay, so here I'll open the separate terminal, open terminal here, and let me open it, zoom it, and you can see when I ls, so it is blank, nothing is created. So how to create Node.js application, and it is very important that I'm assuming that you have already installed the Node.js. Node should be here, NPM should be here, and PM2 should be here. Okay, so in order to install PM2, you can take reference here. NPM installed -g means globally it will be set, so it is very important. And PM2, so I have already installed it. If I see version, I guess I have installed it. Yeah, you can see PM2 version, the 6.0.8. So I have already installed, but in order to install it from your side, you have to go here and you have to run this npm install -g PM2. So it will install this command globally. Okay, now let me create first app of Node.js and -y. Let me zoom it, npm init -y. So it will create a package.json file by default. Yeah, you can see here, and code dot means your VS Code will be opened here in the PM2_1 folder. So I can show you here a little bit slow, package.json file here. Okay, and I will create here file index.js. So index.js is the main file, as you already can see here when I created the Node.js app, and index.js is blank. So you can use the HTTP server, or you can use the Express framework to create server on a specific port. So what I do here is I'll install node, so npm I express. I'm using this Express framework in order to create a server on a specific port, and you can use any framework you like. And we have a command here, index, we'll see. And here's the application. I'm just pasting here. So here is the program. I've used Express and the port is 3000. And I just remove the unnecessary code. And yeah, yes. So port is 3000 and there is the to route. By default is for root, and there is a test. When I type test, it will app is running and the port is 3000. Okay, so it is good to go. And next I'll create another folder. Yeah, I guess I have already created cd dot dot and cd pm2 underscore 2. Okay, and code dot. So another application. Why I'm creating two applications? So that I can show you the different Node.js application having the different ports, and PM2 will use those ports in the background. So again, no npm init -y, and as you can see here, you will get the package.json file, and again index.js, and paste the code. Remove unnecessary and so on. But this time I'm going to change the port. It would be 3009. Yeah. So we have two folder, PM2 underscore 2 or PM2 underscore 1. And if I run it, node index.js, you can see it is running on 3009, and I can check here. Localhost 3009 and server is running on 3009 port. But what is the problem here? Same, I can go to the PM2 underscore 1, and what I do here, I just I need to copy, but not possible. Okay, let me do by another way. Another terminal. Device, or what can I do? It is running on PM2 underscore 2. So what can I do? It is PM2 underscore 1, and let me run it index.js. So we have a two Node.js application. One is running on 3009 and another is running on 3000. And let me use this 3000. Both application are running. The problem is this architecture is when I close this and when I run it. So your server is gone. Your server has been shut down because you have closed your terminal. So your app is not going to run. So here PM2 comes to help you. So instead of fearing that your application will be closed as soon as you log out of your server, you close your terminal, as I already explained. What you can do, you can put this service, the localhost 3309 port, in the background using the PM2. The PM2, what you might have worked with nodemon. So nodemon does only to refresh your application as soon as there is a change, right? There is no need to close the node index.js and again run it. The nodemon can refresh your application, but nodemon will not put your application in the background, and even log out of your server or close your app terminal, right? Still not let your application run on particular browser. So how you can use PM2 here? Control C, and what I do here, PM2, and you can check here the PM2 start and your app name, and what is your app name. So PM2 start index.js --name. What should be name? So node app or port name 3009. So as soon as you type here, right, it put your process instance in the background, and it has a particular ID. You can see one, and your app name is node app 3309. The status is online. CPU utilization is 42%. Memory, it is consuming 40.1 MB. Okay, so now this time if I run 3009, you can see it is running, it is up. Okay, so I just change my folder name and PM2 underscore 1. Now I am in the folder PM2 underscore 1, another Node.js application having port 3000. So what I need here again, PM2 start index.js minus minus name, and let me name it node app 3009. Sorry, 3000. Oh. And as soon as I enter, you can see now we have the two instance. Yeah, you can see here. So PM2 has listed down the two instances in the background. You can see it as a daemon in the background. And when I run this 3000, so both ports are working 3000, and when I put it 3009. Okay, so the most important thing I need to show you when I close this terminal, yeah, or you can say when I log out from the server, close it, and when I enter again, 3009 is running, and when I enter the both port is running. So this is the beauty, and this is the idea of PM2 using in the local host. Even you can use the production or development level. It comes to help you in a very powerful manner, right? That's why I did it. So we have a lot of command relating to PM2. So start, to start the application. So we have a monitor, we have a save startup, right? We have a stop, restart, reload. So I'll be showing all these commands one by one on these examples. So I hope in this level you have got the idea what exactly this PM2 is working behind the scene. So this is the CMD command, you can use it. Now let me show you and explain all the commands one by one with practical example, right? As you can see here, we have the two port running as a background using the PM2. One is 3000 and the second is 3009. So what I do here, instead of using the PowerShell, I'll use the default terminal of VS Code in order to make things visible in one screen. So I have a application having 3009. So the first thing I'll show you the PM2 list. So what is the meaning of PM2 list? It means if you have a multiple process running in the background using PM2 and you want to check all the list, so you have to run PM2 and list. It will show you all the listing in the table format. And this is 3009 and 3000. So you can see node app, as you can, if you remember that I put the name node app 3000 and node app 3000 name. Both process are online. The CPU usage is 0% and memory is this one. So these are the status if you use the list command. Now what I do here, I just run one of them. I stop one of them. And how to PM2 stop, PM2 stop, and it has name and it has ID. So you can use anything. If you want ID, if you want name, you can use. So I just put 2, not, yeah, put 2. PM2 stop means you are going to stop that process. You are not removing. Remember it. The remove and stop is a different thing. Now I guess it is showing the stopped. This is the 3000. And if I try to run, copy, okay, here I can. As you can see, the site cannot be reached. Your particular instance has been stopped using this one. And again, PM2, okay, let me clear it. PM2 list and PM2 stop, and again the one. Now you can see the both instances which were running in the background are showing the stopped status. And if I try to run 3009, so it is not going to work here, not going to run here, because you can see the status. Now you want to start one of them. So what you can do here, PM2 start one, if there is one. So this is start. So you can see 3309 is showing online status, and the other one, the 2, is showing the stop. So let me check 3009 and enter, and the server is running on 3009, and still the 3000 is not working as it is showing the stopped. So this is all about the start and the stop. And if there is any change, for example, I show you in 3009, I just do some change here, hello. And if I run, I have saved Control S, and if I run, you can see there is no change, just because in order to show the latest changes you need to restart this application. So the one is 3009. What you have to do here, PM2 restart, and okay, let me check what is the list. And PM2 restart, the list is 1 restart 1. So as soon as I restart the F1 and there is a change hello, and if I refresh it, okay, you can see here it took some bit time, but it showed the change status. So this is all about the restart now. Okay, so start, stop, restart, reload means just refresh the step, just you refresh the browser. That is the PM2 list logs. This is important also. So 3009 is running, PM2 logs 1. So when I enter it, so you can see everything running in the background as a console.log, or any responses as a log. So you can see here the hello test server, I think 3 times we run this application. So log is just a text file saved in our disk in particular location, and there are the lot of logs related to that, and these are all the logs. These status are coming from the log file. So if you want to see what is happening in the background, you can use the logs. Control C, and if you enter PM2 logs, it will show all the logs related to all the application, all the instances background, the work. Okay, so logs is complete. Oh, this is about if you want to see logs, and you if there are the 1000 lines, 5000 lines showing in the logs, and you want to show only the top 5 lines, so just you can see minus lin is lines and 5, for example 2, because I don't have a lot of lines. So now you can see that we have a less line than the earlier output. And what I do here, the better will be, I just put 1. Yeah, 1 means the instance 1, the app 1 node.js. So you can see here only the 2 lines are coming here. So if you want to just extract some particular lines from your logs, so you can use the PM2 logs. Delete means PM2 list. So as you can see, we have the 2 instances running, the 2 and 1. Just stop that instance, but it will not delete from the table, from the log, from the memory. If you want it, so you can do it PM2 delete, and the number is, I think, 2 I can use. As soon as I use this, you can see the 2 has been gone. Right now you cannot restart, you cannot start the 2, because it is permanently deleted. In order to run again, you have to start the application in the table. That is all about the delete. Or also you can use PM2 delete all. It means all the instances running in the PM2 will be deleted. So I'm not giving the number. All means all, everything will be erased. So you have to remember it. You can do this experiment in your site. Monitor, this is also important. PM2 list, I have one instance running in the background, so 3009. And if you want to monitor what this instance about, how much memory it is consuming, every information, so it means you need to monitor. So what can I do? PM2 and 1. So this is the diagram. It's a cool diagram, I guess. Node app 3009. Just forget about the log rotate. Log rotate means all the logs related to all the instances which are preparing in particular files, right? So for those, this is PM2 log rotate is works. The node app 3009 logs. So metadata, app name, you can see app name, namespace, version, restart, heap size. So this is all about monitoring. If it takes a lot of size, so it will show you the heap size will be changed here, the file count and everything. And this is monitor, and there is a command. PM2 save means just save your all instances in the log file. Yeah, you can just run PM2 save and 1. So it will save your instances. I think something wrong. Only PM2 save. So saving current process list. So process list are your instances. It will save here the dump.pm2. If you open this file, you will see all the running process will be listed down here. You can check it out in your site. Next, this is also very interesting. So for example, PM2 describe means again all the information related to that. Okay, let me clear the screen. And PM2 describe and 1 means your ID, your app name. Yeah, let me just scroll up. Yeah, describing process with ID 1 minus name, node app 3009, status online, a lot of information. So if we comparing it with the monitor, the monitor is something different, but describe means all the information, version, uptime, script path, argument, a lot of things are here, I think, coming. Code matrix value, heap size, and a lot of things. Just you can take your time to just read it out. Plus means just if there is any cache problem, PM2 flush will flush your logs. Okay, just let me show you the logs. The logs are here. You can see there are a lot of logs. I can see. If you want to just erase all the logs, you want to flush all the logs, PM2, you have to use flush. So as soon as you do it, you can see, and Control L, and now if you enter the logs, there is nothing. Everything has been wiped out, erased. This is about the PM2 flush. Okay, so and what about this one, PM2 log rotate? It has nothing to do with you, but I can show you PM2 list. So you can see here a table. I have already run this command, PM2 installed. I'm PM2 log rotate. So what it is that you can just read out my blog, but just I just for the revise sake, it is a PM2 module that automatically rotates and manages logs generated by your application managed with PM2. Prevent disk space. It means if your application is very heavy and there are a lot of logs being created in the background and saved in the different type of files, different log files. So in order to prevent disk space issue from the large log files, automatically archive, compress or delete all logs. It means in order to prevent a disk space, it will delete unnecessary logs from the disk, from the files. Keep logs organized and manageable. So for this, if you have a application in a very large scale, then you can use PM2 log rotate. It is very useful. PM2 generates two types of logs for each process, that is the out.log, error.log. You can do some R&D from your site. Okay, So these are the very important and very useful commands when you are working with PM2 and you want to use the utilization of PM2. So you must know all these commands. Now, I'll show you that again. This is very important. Sometimes we have a Node.js application and the project is in a very large scale. You can say it's a marketplace type of application, and there are a lot of requests coming from users from the different zones, different countries coming in your application. To manage those requests simultaneously, uh, there is a concept of workers, the different type of workers working in the background, and they handle the request parallelly in the different type of instances. So you might have heard about the cluster. It means multiple requests are coming, but you are distributing those requests in the multiple instances of the Node.js application. So if you, there is a module in the Node.js already there, but if you want PM2 to do this type of operations, so you can use -i switch here. What it do, you have an application PM2 list. As you can see, there is a Node.js application 3309 running on the port, but it has a lot of requests parallelly, concurrently. So you want your application to distribute in the multiple instance. So what you have to do, PM2, if you are going to start it, so first, okay, I'll take the 3000 PM2 start index.js and mine. If you want to name, you can name it cluster node and -i and 5. So 5 means you are dividing your same instance in a 5 instances. Same instance means same port. As soon as I run it, it is showing in cluster mode. Now it is running, your application is running the cluster mode 5 instances. So you can see here, this is very interesting and very important understand. So cluster and all has the same port 3000. This is important. And if I run here, so it is 3000. Let me check. Okay, I'm not in that folder. Oh, my bad. Okay, the problem is this one. Actually, I'm in the folder PM2. So that's why the same 3009 port has been divided into the 5 instances. So what is the benefit of that one? It is the responsibility of PM2 when there is a multiple request coming Node.js application. So it can be handled by either this instance. So there is some concept of load balancing. So the load balancing is managed by here. You can see if you read like this one. So I have just put this. It supports feature like automatic restart, load balancing across CPU cores. So this is very important. This is the cluster concept. It means if there is a lot of load of requesting users from different countries, different browser, right? So it will handle automatically that load balancing across CPU cores if you have managed the cluster mode. This is very important. So here you can go. I guess. Yeah, you can go here. Yeah, PM2 cluster mode scale like a pro. So use Node.js cluster API, run multiple instances across CPU cores, automatically balances load across these instances, useful for scaling on multi-core systems. Start 5 cluster instance of Node.js index managed by PM2. So this is the thing which I have shown you in by some type of practical, right? And if you do, so you can see the lot of things in your site. So this is about some comparison. This is some myths I have written here, and conclude we can say the PM2 is a must have for anyone running Node.js application production. It gives you control, reliability and monitoring with just a few commands. While NPM is a great for dev tasks, PM2 takes things to the next level when uptime and performance matter most. Okay, so guys, I hope just you like this video, and please subscribe the channel, like the video in order to get a lot of videos like this on the different technology.